in studio this morning. I am joined by Nomqhele Sisa Nkomo. Nomqhele, we were trying to practice this.
Yeah.
Did I get it right? I was close.
It was close enough. It was close enough.
Out of 10?
Out of 10, I'll give you a 7.
7. So you give me the 10 out of 10. What does the 10 out of 10 sound like?
Nomqhele.
Nomqhele. Okay, the click's not coming. Yeah, she joins us. She's a fashion designer, passionate about celebrating culture through her designs. She's also an environmental advocate, and as you can tell with the lovely sash on her, she is the reigning Miss Tourism Zimbabwe 2025. I'm going to keep trying. Hopefully by the end of the interview, I'll get Nomqhele. Okay, the clicks are coming. Good morning. Thank you for making time and joining us on the Morning Rush this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right. First of all, obviously, reigning Miss Tourism Zimbabwe. Has that always been part of your passion, modeling? And how did you get into that?
Well, to be honest, modeling hasn't always been something that I've wanted to pursue. Right? It was a career I started initially as a way to gain confidence in myself because I am not a very confident person naturally. That resulting from a lot of bullying that I had growing up. And then modeling just kind of helped me grow into someone who is more confident in herself and more sure of herself. And then from there, the journey has just been something that I've been enjoying. And then, you know, one thing led to another, and now I'm here today.
I mean, you talk about it being a search of confidence.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you go from being bullied to deciding, you know what, I want to go compete in Miss Tourism Zimbabwe? Yeah. I mean, I want to try and understand that because, I mean, if you're talking about not having the confidence before and using modeling as a platform to build that, I mean, was there an inspiration? Did you have a conversation with someone? Or you just woke up one day and you're like, you know what, this is how I'm going to get my confidence?
Well, it started when I competed in the Miss Nast pageant, right? As a Part 1 student, I won. So that kind of just gave me the push, you know, and the drive, which made me realize that I had more potential than I thought I did. So I had a few people I talked to who encouraged me to apply for a national pageant. The goal ultimately was Miss Universe, but I went for Miss Tourism and I won. So.
Congratulations. And what has that been like for you, obviously, being Miss Tourism, and what has been your reign been like so far?
It's been an interesting journey. I've been learning a lot. Especially about culture, people, you know, and just going around and interacting with people. The experience has been great because I'm learning and seeing the world from so many different perspectives, and it's broadening my perspective of life as well.
Right, obviously the confidence is there clearly now.
Yeah.
I also understand you're studying journalism at NAST. How does that tie in with everything else that you're doing, the advocacy work that you're doing, the fashion designing, the modeling? How does it all tie in together?
It ties in, it actually plays a very big role. Everyone knows journalists love to talk.
You don't have to tell me twice.
So, you know, naturally, it's just something that kind of also adds to the modeling profession, right? Because to be a model, you need to be confident. You need to be able to articulate yourself well. So that also kind of adds to that. And then the skill sets as well just kind of blend into everything that I'm already doing.
You talked about confidence, and you need that whether you're going for Miss Nast or Miss Tourism. On the runway, that confidence that you have to work on there, how has that transformed you as a person?
It's really been a journey of growth, and I'm seeing the growth in myself because I'm now able to go onto a stage and present myself, you know, because pageantry is about expressing yourself on stage, which is a lot more different from runway modeling, right? Pageantry is more about you. And so the platform has allowed me to show people who I am and flaunt, you know, my personality. And I'm grateful for that. And I really enjoy being on the stage.
You talked about the difference between obviously just runway modeling and pageantry, and how that allows you to sort of project yourself as an individual. Obviously, we've talked about the things you do, whether it's the fashion designing, the modeling, or being a journalism student. But who is Nomqhele?
Nomqhele. Who is Nomqhele? That's a very difficult question to answer because
Outside of what you do, because we don't, I don't want to talk about, you know, what you do as
Yeah.
as a fashion designer, but like because you talked about pageantry being different from modeling,
Yeah.
in the sense that you can get to show your personality. So
Yeah.
I want us to maybe just give us a sneak peek into who Nomqhele is.
Nomqhele is a bubbly person who loves to laugh. You know, I love to laugh with people. I don't like being in serious environments. I don't like conflicts. I think those are basically the general aspects of myself that I think are the most prominent. And I love to smile because I've noticed through my journey that my best feature is my smile. Not to say I'm tooting my own horn, but sometimes, you know, the compliments get to you and you just kind of like, you know.
All right, let's talk about obviously Miss Tourism and how that has allowed you to do some of your advocacy work. I mean, what has been your journey been like so far as Miss Tourism Zimbabwe, and maybe some of the highs and lows, if any?
It's very difficult. It's been a difficult journey, actually, especially because this is my first international pageant. So there's so many things that I do not know, and just trying to navigate this whole journey has been a lot, but I've had a lot of people behind me, organizations that have been supporting me through this journey. I have the seat, Speak and Strut, the people that are coaching me, and it's those people that have built me and brought me to where I am today.
All right, let's talk about Malaysia. It's a
Yes.
big one. Miss Tourism International coming up. You'll be going there, flying the Zimbabwean flag high. Obviously, we've already done the whole my smile, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Besides that, what else are we taking to Malaysia?
I'm taking to Malaysia Zimbabwe's culture and heritage, and I'm displaying the best aspects of Zimbabwe on that stage. I'm showing people what is beautiful about Zimbabwe, and I'm showcasing it to the best of my ability through my national costume, through my advocacy, through my presence there. So they are going to look at me and see Zimbabwe.
But you're a fashion designer, right?
Yes.
How much influence do you have on your own costumes, especially for a major event like that? Or it's like, you know what, I'm just going to be a model for this particular thing
Okay.
and drop the
In
fashion
terms-
designer hat.
In terms of that, in situations like this, it's not really advisable for models to select their own wardrobe, right? Because there's certain standards that need to be met. So the organization is the one that takes care of all of that.
All right, so absolutely fantastic. And then maybe just looking at obviously you're still studying, but there's a lot of things that you're doing,
Yeah.
and you know, you're stepping into the public space. I mean, you're on ZTM Prime right now,
Yes.
talking to the whole nation. Just looking at your journey, I mean, and your career in modeling and the journalism career that you're working towards, what are some of the challenges that you've faced so far? I mean, you know, I know there's sometimes, I know we've grown a bit, but there's some negative connotations that can be attributed to modeling or
Yeah, that's
pageantry. Have you dealt with that, and how have you overcome that, if at all?
A lot of challenges. The biggest challenge that I've faced so far is trying to find the balance between school and the modeling and everything else that I'm doing outside of that. So it's just trying to figure out how to balance my time and make sure I have time for everything and I get everything done. And in terms of people's perceptions of the industry, you'll find that a lot of people still find the industry as an industry for people that are promiscuous. I'm going to use
I
that
knew
word.
we were going to get there.
I'm going to use that word. So it's a little difficult sometimes to then explain to people that what you're doing is not what they are thinking or the stereotypes that they have heard regarding the industry, but it's something more than that. Because as a pageant model, I'm not just me, I'm also an ambassador of the country that I'm representing. So I'm more than just myself. And it's a slow process of trying to educate people on that. But it's something that we're working on, and you know, the journey is a little rough, but slowly but surely.
And obviously, being in the public limelight now, how do you handle a criticism or pressure that comes? You know, somebody might be like, no, you know what? Whatever criticism might come your way, how do you handle that? And maybe even in regards to maybe some people say, all right, we have different standards of beauty. They'll be like, all right, maybe I don't necessarily agree that you should be Miss Tourism. How do you
Yeah.
handle such kind of criticism?
Our criticism is there. You'll find people judging the shape of your face, the shape of your nose. You just they're reading the comments that people make. So it's now a matter of believing in yourself and not listening to what people are saying. I'm still struggling with that a little bit, you know, because I'm still very young, self-esteem and all that. So
No, but you're confident. You'll be fine.
yeah,
And you've got
so-
that smile, so
yeah, I've got the smile.
Yeah.
But sometimes it does get to you. So it's just a matter of pushing through and remembering exactly why you're on the journey that you're on so that you get to your end goal, regardless of what people are saying to you.
Nomqhele.
Nomqhele.
Are we still at a 6 out of 10?
I'm going to give you a 9.5.
Okay, that's good enough. I'm going to interview there. So, Nomqhele there, she'll be representing Zimbabwe at Miss Tourism International in Malaysia, flying our flag high. And I wish you all the best when you travel to Malaysia. And hopefully you come back with the crown.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for our sit down on this Women Crush Wednesday.